Hello everyone, this is Tracy Newman from the Navigator's Tarot, here to bring you a few readings, a few energy reports. I'm going to look at the general energies that are about at the moment. I've been out to the bush this morning and it's very, to reiterate what I actually picked up from last week, I did go out to the bush and there was this energy about the trees, and they were running at a certain frequency that I could hear as the om sound, so that om presence, and it was like all pervasive in the area that I was in at the time. Very healing type of energy. So there are a lot of energies that are prevalent at the moment, a lot of healing energies, and a lot of it can be found in nature areas, especially near waterfalls, which we were near the waterfalls, but also near a lot of the old redwood forests and blue spruce forests. So very beautiful energies that are abounding on the earth plane at this time. However, there does seem to be in the 3D matrix world an air of uncertainty and sort of like a deceptive type of energy. And I'm not really sure by who. We have the Queen of Earth. I mean, it could be related to anything or anybody or anything that is actually in our outer lives, or even within, as within, so without. So there could be this deceptive energy that maybe on some level we are deceiving ourselves about exactly what is going on energetically, or even on the earth plane, and what we're actually seeing at the moment. I do feel like there is a lot of distraction. There is a lot of deceptive energy, but I think what it is, it's about keeping us distracted so that we're not looking within. We're not prying ourselves away from those distractions. And I feel like at this point in time, the best thing we can do is to either remain in our havens, go within and find that, like I said last week, it's a very insular, almost introverted energy, so that we can actually feel and embrace the healing energies from those nature areas, in specifically those that are near waterfalls and in the bush setting. Because at the moment, there is this challenge to allow what is no longer serving us to crumble and fall. Now that can actually happen on an inner level, but it is also happening on an outer level in the world around us. But there is this very, very deceptive energy that is around at the moment, and I cannot tell exactly where it is coming from, but at this time it's best to be the observer in your own life and to not become attached or emotionally involved in anything that we are seeing in our outer lives at this time, because there is a lot of deception that is it's sort of like this sleight of hand type of energy, like magician energy. So it's I think it's coming from all sorts of different areas, but I will say as within, so without. So it's kind of like when you go within and you find just where we are how you are deceiving yourself in some way, then you'll be able to sort of see that in your outer world and have a correlating type of effect of it. The best thing you can do is to remove yourself from that, become the observer of your own life, not attached to even anything that you are observing in your own life, even if there is deception playing out within your own life. Watch it, observe it, and see it for what it is. Place no emotion on it, no attachment to it, and you'll be able to get through it so much easier. So that's why I'm saying, good idea now to step up our frequencies by going into the bush, being with the trees, with nature, all at one with all that is, and just being. I hope that makes some sort of sense to you all. The Nine of Air. Find a clarification for the Nine of Air. Also, too, when I was out in the bush, it was a kind of like it's a because we are stepping into these higher realms, and I have said before about, you know, grounding ourselves. To be near water is and the rocks is very grounding, but I did feel that I was particularly ungrounded. And even though, like, I do stretching through yoga and, you know, weights and all that to keep myself grounded, at this point in time it seems that keeping ourselves grounded, if you are floating between these two-dimensional frequencies, then, you know, it's not all. Sometimes it's kind of like you are looking at the world, the grounded, the sort of world that you're looking at from a distance, and it can be very kind of discombobulating and not very grounding. So if you can at all, when you do go out to these power places, it's a good idea to maybe just be with all that is and allow the frequency of nature and the trees, and to listen to also to what the trees and are trying to tell you, and what nature is, and what wisdom it is trying to impart to you. Lots of air energy here. And once again, it's, you know, it's like get out of the head into the heart center if you can. Try and be as grounded as you possibly can by breathing techniques are good, yoga, qigong, anything like that. Going out into nature, of course, and being at one with all that is. Going to the ocean, going to any power places where there are waterfalls, where the water, because water is an electrical energy that will uplift our vibration at any given moment, because literally it is reacting to the electrical energy that is us. So especially as we're changing and shifting frequencies, it will literally help to play into those frequencies so that it will lift our vibration into something much greater and much higher. So even though there is some sort of deceptive energy, and I cannot tell where from, because as within, so without, so for all of us it will be different. But what we are seeing in our outer world right now is this sleight of hand. We don't know exactly what is going on. We are presented with all sorts of stories, and the only thing we can actually do is go within and find our own story and how we interact with the world around us, and especially now as it is changing, shifting, changing, moving. 7 of water, which is 10. Yep. So it's like trying to remove ourselves from that 3D matrix world that is trying to keep us grounded into its distraction, in its world of distraction. And it's kind of like we're just now kind of trying to navigate those waters while trying to sort of navigate ourselves in between these different realms of understanding, between the, you know, different frequencies that are, you know, at once ungrounded and yet grounded at the same time, if that makes sense. Because we're literally flipping in and out of these frequencies, and because there is this sleight of hand, we don't exactly know where we are or what we're doing at this point in time. So yes, become the observer of your own life. Watch, listen, learn, and try to stay as grounded as possible through breathing, qigong, yoga, stretching, anything like that. Weights that keep you grounded to the earth plane, because it's going to be quite a time where we're going to feel particularly ungrounded. So I hope that makes some sort of sense. Go out to the ocean, go to the power places, go to the, you know, barefoot on the ground, whatever it takes to be as grounded as you possibly can at this time. Because there's a lot of energies that are flying around that are very interesting type of energies, very not what they seem. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, I hope that finds you all well, and I shall see you in on interesting times that we're living in. Bye for now.